Hey everybody, how goes it? My name's Jimoar and welcome back to Final Fantasy 16. Gonna be honest with you guys, I'm probably gonna say very little in this video. I had a very bad day, I'm very stressed out, I'm very tired, and I have a monster headache. But I want to do something to relax. So onward with Torval.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tones?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name
Fenrir!
was Fenrir.
Called it.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Attaboy, Torgal.
Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
Give him pats.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
Phrasing.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
How dare you not pet Torval? Well, I need a nap so bad, but it's 5 o'clock already. Record this, eat, and then I'm out. Didn't get my nap today. Haven't eaten at all yet, except for this Hershey bar I'm chewing through at the moment.
Isn't it brilliant?
It's basic.
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else.
Uh-huh.
But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot, starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them. Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
So this isn't a thing? Mid's dungeon, that's funny. Meet a doll. What a name.
I think I'll wait till Mid's away to take a tour.
So tired.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
Okay, we just stand here then.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble. It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron?
Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens, for your favourite uncle is here!
Okay. Meanwhile,
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmeks empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmeks will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can. And once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmeks to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on.
This dude sucks.
Dion?
Yes, sire.
Oh, him and his flower.
Prepare for battle.
Sire.
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
I can see why those two got together.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once.
What happened to that other guy that was sleeping with Benedicta?
May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true.
Who is Annabella?
You disappoint me, Dion.
Oh, her. Right. Bitchy McBitchface.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
It's just one thing after another around here.
Ah, my dear nephew, how I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kopko withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you.
I'm there already.
It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Hare, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. Or would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waluders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned, and where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
This seems suspicious.
It's... Just outfitting her little workshop, I hear.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid.
Thanks.
Interesting.
I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle?
Don't look so worried.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto,
You can count on her. All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
Okay. Why not destroy the crystal while you're there? I'm sure he'll be near it.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
I don't trust it. Left it is.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Welcome well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
Oh yeah. Look at an update. I forgot. Okay. That one can go away. Motion blur. Off. Oh, so much better. So much better. And I can look around as I walk. Might not be anything worthwhile over there, but let's go take a look.
I can't see a thing.
Come, Clive! Let us turn back before we lose our
Oh,
way.
fine. It's keeping me on a set path. other way is mostly empty until I get there. So I might as well head for the thing.
Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang. Let me come with you. I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived, but you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn must have you sat in the sand, falling right up.
Uh-huh. Hey, I got a parry in.
It's over. You're finished.
Ooh, I got 100 for that. Just in case there's something new, add to the bestiary.
Stay down. All yours, Torgal. You're finished.
And the dogs. I got the dogs.
You're finished. All yours, Torgal. Stay down.
Plop, plop. Okay. Did I ever refund that one? I did.
Where do you think those soldiers were?
Old cook has
Something's going on. Saying Cook has made a move.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
He's acting suspicious. I don't trust him.
Look, there. Those are ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehare. Our Luda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal?
Would you rather be my squire?
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in Camber that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Come on.
Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Friend. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly. The outlaw! Take him!
Try it.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
Farewell.
I muted because I had to sneeze and forgot to unmute.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Ooh, that water looks cool.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive?
Come straight to the right door.
What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
He doesn't know Joshua's alive. somewhere. Probably behind you.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before.
We now do. Bar is closed. I could get a bath. I can go peeping.
Do now.
The royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang.
Uh-huh.
We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
Yeah, they look familiar.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Maybe we could
Not
murder
by
our way
force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means. The wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
I would have guessed it was the inn owner. Cool. Oh, there's a shop here.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Are you looking for something in particular?
I had a platinum sword. Lightning rod. I always buy this.
Here you are.
No. And no. We're good.
Go with Gilbert.
Gilbert? Gilbert Godfrey?
Lighting for Gilbert's sake.
He did say Gilbert.
Anything I can help you with, travelers?
Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No, I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you.
No.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
Look at how pretty this water is. Big fish.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a long-standing pillar of your community, I believe.
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And try the baths. That's where you'll...
Thank you. Well, it It sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furter knows.
Hanging lanterns!
It's a young one because it's desert hare.
Excuse me. Are you Furter?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around?
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Outstanding! To me, boy!
Whoa.
Soil and stone!
He's so angry when he says that. Soil and stone.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Furter?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Oh, I'm walking. Okay.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Take a sniff, good sir.
The finest fabric.
Is this the place?
Ubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
Some young girl.
It. Lubor, Lord Furter told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second?
I won't waste your time. Any passage through the south gate?
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity?
Information.
Why, trust. Everyone
damn.
knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
No, you're just sitting there.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce. By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
I mean, I can murder them, too.
You...
Buddy, you do not scare us. I just kicked your ass in the alley.
To earn your trust.
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
You're wasting my time.
So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're gonna listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Murder everyone. That's 2. I'm getting close.
It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag...
I mean, that'd be my answer. Okay, I'd just stand there and I'd be like, follow the crystals. Everyone's using crystals. Murder everybody? And I just start walking away. You're like, no, 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 wait, hold on. I didn't mean that.
Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's...
Okay. You could have just said that. Someone's taking the crystals. Find out who and fix it. But he's got to be douchey about it.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through.
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hour. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so?
Okay. Hi, Torgal. You being good boy? You're not being good boy. Oh, you're being best boy. Of course you are.
The
juiciest meat for brains.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me. What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
Heyo.
I'm not a soldier.
Oh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered.
Heyo.
I don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking.
Heyo.
Pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
The finest fabric!
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
So you can break some more furniture. Define upstairs.
Huh?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
Please do not have a stealth mission.
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved...
So the pearl was...
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen. A small price to pay for admittance. But enough about my little act of...
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem... Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been... I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then. And put an end to the trouble, Lubo.
Ah, that preening popinjay thought... It just goes to show one should never underestimate a Rosfi. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support if things turn sour.
Of course.
What was all
Where the hell are we going? Way over there.
crashing and banging about before?
Not town. so angry. Ruff.
Easy does it. Time to fight. You're finished.
Cave. Empty.
I'll take it from here.
That's a lot of crystals.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
Cahoots, I say.
So it would seem. My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Murder!
Double-crossing dogs.
No,
They're
murder!
not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
He's a double crosser. I came with the intent of murder from the start.
It's not over yet, Uncle. Good. I'm just getting warmed up.
There's the mage. Let's rip you apart, shall we? Oh, I timed it perfect. Kabooski. Magic wielder. Who wants a punch in the face? I missed. Oops, there we go. Not too early. What up? That's not what I was aiming for, but sure.
Enough.
Done and dusted. Only 90. Could have gotten more.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage.
Yeah.
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but...
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's... I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly. Buying one's way into the...
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking Crystal's men for the common folk and conspiring with the Rock. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men. Until you two came along, that is.
So without the mother crystals, do those crystals disappear too?
Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon.
Sure. I don't care. That is not a sellable purple carpet. It's got holes in it.
It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargains. To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal, and those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way.
Thank you. And please, you still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust. I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear.
And my name is not Greybeard. It is...
No. Thank you. Very...
Double them!
Here.
Got another badge.
Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be...
Thank you.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Okay. It's rather disturbing, but sure. What is a Stolus? Because they say owls, and they also say Stolus. So it's a type of owl. Okay.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold.
Uh-huh.
Well then, I wish you a...
Thank you.
Not at all.
Come on, Uncle.
Yay. No ability points. Almost a level. Side quest. 2 of them.
I've never even forged a butter knife. Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having...
I wouldn't put it past.
Oh, sorry. I'm Saver, Master Lube, soon to be former apprentice if I don't. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's kiss can. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that. I don't suppose you have any idea.
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask.
I could give you a... I know how busy the Briar's kiss has been.
And I'd be a...
So?
Good question. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit...
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be... We need information.
You're right. Now, there's plenty of folk in Dalamil. There's the butcher. Of course, they're bound to have an opinion or two about the... All right. I'll talk to every cook I can find.
All right.
Let's hope that someone's...
Okay. Easy enough. Talk to people.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I better get to it.
True, what I'm hearing.
The most fragrant herbs and spices from the...
Welcome, sir.
A question. I need to know what makes a good carving.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew, dulls... Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block.
So a knife that stays sharp.
Can't believe they need to think that one through.
Plates and pots! Bowls and basins!
Hey. Bath time.
All those years of toil.
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. On second thought, perhaps you are just what...
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business. The baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalamil wouldn't... I've no doubt that my woes stem from... But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to dozen...
Sure. Ooh,
Right.
25.
Wonderful. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulphur. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end. My livelihood, my...
And I get no experience from it, which means there's a good fight involved. Could be good ability points.
Just look at the key. Ah, they've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
Who else can I talk to here? I'm looking over the whole damn town. Hey, look, the crystals.
You can't even fill my cup. 1,000 gil for a measly bunch of...
I'll be asking for you again, my sweet.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Kneaded to a silken softness.
It would make a fine
Yup.
gift for your beloved. She'll look at you.
And left it. I don't know who I'm looking for.
I'm sure.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
You're going to drink my pockets. I need to drink.
Fucking men of the wrong.
Okay, who the hell am I looking for? I've been literally everywhere. Oh, this guy. Right at the edge.
What is it? I'm in no mood for chat.
Sorry.
Hunter?
I have a question. Can you...
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade. Your knife snaps every time you use it. You'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough.
Thank you.
All business, eh? Man after my own.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation.
Yeah.
Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Plates and pots! Bowls and... Take a sniff, good sir.
guy's got a pile of speech to him.
You wish to talk? I'm honored.
No, I don't want to talk to you, douche.
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or...?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp.
All the cook said was that he needs too heavy and they do his shouldering.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his... But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that no. He must be missing.
No doubt you're right. I have to make a start soon.
Agreed. Lubor.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely. With the trouble is, it's either durable, meaning someone is going to be disappointed.
Is there no one else you can turn to?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. A merchant, a favourite of Ford Master Lubor's, who sells metal. I bet she'd know a thing or...
A whole lot of runaround with this.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
The finest fabrics, fresh from the capital.
Where are we going? Oops, this is the wrong exit. Where I can miss. Still need 1,400 just to upgrade it. And then who knows how much to master? Hopefully 1,000. So, whoop. How's my arrival jump?
Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but... you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone.
Damn.
But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
That's no.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
Oh.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose.
Limestone?
Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me, but...
The limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Interesting. This ties around to where I live.
I'll see you shortly.
So about an hour-ish away from me is Bethlehem, PA.
Just throw it in the furnace.
Crush it. Where Bethlehem steel's made. And probably the most famous way I could say it is, if you've seen the Johnny Depp Lone Ranger movie, they make the comment about early in the movie about it being Bethlehem steel. That's ours. They were one of the biggest steel places around for a long time before it shut down. And even the minor league baseball team, which is an affiliate of the Philadelphia Phillies, is called the Iron Pigs because it's named after pig iron. The way limestone is used in making iron is that you use crushed limestone along with lime to convert iron ore into pig iron, which is then later refined into steel. So he's not technically making an iron carving knife, he'll be making a steel one. Fascinating. Very fascinating. It's always fun when you learn something from video games. I had chocobo footprints. Oh, okay, Torgo. Just gonna show off? Since you guess the town first, I see. You couldn't let me have it.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
My carpets?
Yes, they're quite sought after.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Oh, bread. I don't know why I said it like that. I not like I swore off bread. I can have bread at any moment. It just sounds good.
We should get going soon.
Oh, here comes the yawns. Look out, everybody. Wow, that is a lot of limestone.
I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubo?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kuka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Talmeki and Waloed are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take out the crystal anyway.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another...
I don't plan on dying.
Well, so long as you're...
That's a lot of limestone, though. It's a lot of very pure limestone. It's very white. Look at it. Like, this is some very pure limestone. If it was smoother, I would have thought it was granite, but because limestone's fairly soft, you can see it being muddled by rain. I did well with this.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs.
That's so much limestone.
Shall we press on?
Look at how pretty the water is. I don't know if limestone does that to water, gives it that coloration. I know it's very good for purifying water.
Like another. But hopefully this is what Southern needs.
Which is probably why this has such an oasis, because I think its main has the cleanest groundwater because it comes up through very thick limestone, which helps purify it a lot. How do I get over there? I had to go all the way around. So that's probably why this water is so pure here.
Come on, girl, the gate's open.
It's so weird because it's just this white spot in the middle of all this orange desert.
What the hell are those things?
They are bombs. I'm gonna have to fast travel back. Okay, the one to my left is closed. This is the one I need.
Something awful's taken up residence in the springs. We'll turn back if you know what's good for you.
No. Yeah, that's how they have their pure water from the limestone. Fascinating. Even more so if it's like a hot spring that's being filtered through limestone. That'd be like super pure.
By the flames.
That's a lot of them.
Farewell. All yours, Torgal. Torgal, kill. Titan.
Oh, hey, what are you?
I'm hurt, Torgal.
Old Faithful. It's hard to see the moves that are ready. There we go. He's tough. Oh yeah. Give me that good stuff. Don't get anything worth
Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
I mean, I wouldn't drink this water right here because it's probably burning hot. But you let that cool down, it'd probably be delicious. Okay, I don't see anything else. Yes, I do. Right in front of me. Other way. Still got about half an hour left in this recording.
Well, this is no good. I was hoping to get out of the heat for a little while.
Okay.
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
Oh, right.
You are one of the good ones, you know that. You and that merchant both, she's got quite a gift for teaching that one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for. That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalamil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only hope Master Lubor agrees.
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalamil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalamil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava. Know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. But only just. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalamil had nothing to do with limestone or anything much at all. Meaning, I had you run around for no good reason.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters.
And when I do, I'll craft...
Cool. I got a kniff. And a goblin coin. I don't remember what the next renowned thing was.
Take a sniff, good sir. Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Plates and pots! There he is. The man I was hoping we'd be seeing. The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What?
Not what I expected, that's...
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck that...
Okay. Yes, 270. Ignition. Scarletite. I gotta go back to the hideout. I gotta get the bracelets. new hunt.
Who's this?
I have to do that.
What do you need?
I need the fancy bracelets.
For St. Fornian, do you?
Yeah.
It'd last you a good while.
Yes.
Anything else?
Nope.
Sid's going to find Cook and finish the job.
That's right. And what can I do for you?
Got some stuff to
One
sell.
purse weighing you down.
Maybe. I don't think these are gonna get any better. I'm not sure. Core Sword is a weird one-off thing I randomly found.
You got out else? I reckon I can find a buyer.
Good for you.
I'll be thankful you got that much. You got out else? I'll be thankful you got that much. Finished, are you?
Yes. A hill to die on. Oh, he's in the desert. Perfect. Yeah, I better go read these. I haven't read these in a while. Fascinating. I don't know if I have to see it on the hunt board or just do it first.
The
So I'm gonna go look at
to
the
their
hunt
own
board.
tricks again.
Hill to die on. 10,000. Damn. I might as well buy that thing in town when I get there. Okay, it's up here. So it'd actually be quicker to go from here. It's turtle season. Wabbit season. Turtle season. Fire. One thing about the sand, though, it is hard to see when these are lit up. At least for me, it is. $1,000 more, right? No. 31, I thought it was 37. 302 more. I can do that. Grind that in. 93. Oh, that's so worth it. Another lucky parry. So close. I have enough if I kill these. It's over here anyway, nothing. Wasn't enough. Only got 28 for that whole fight. Damn it. There's a turtle somewhere here. It's 3140. Come on. How's this turtle hiding? There he is. Bastitacalin. Sure.
Well, Clive, looks like you're gonna need an even bigger sword.
hard to hit because of the... That was nice. That hurt.
I needed that.
We're just outdone. He was tough. Many kids, if you hit the shell, you get deflected back. But I did it. And I got more Scarlet Flame too.
It should have stayed in its shell.
Let's get my health back. There we go. And I'm gonna have to end this one back in town. Don't freak out on me now. First, the next step has been taken. Mastery's at 5,500. I think I'm upgrading this one next, and then I'll go for the mastery, because holy shit. Oh, that is so much. It'd take me forever to get that much.
Well, this is no good.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
I'm gonna go by the gate here. But I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Actually, I'll get my shopping done.
Plates and pots.
Let me do my shopping so I don't forget.
Are you looking
I
for
know I
something
got
in
some
particular?
goblin coin.
Thank you kindly.
Okay. And then this.
An excellent choice.
And this.
My thanks.
And this.
An excellent choice. Fare you well.
Okay. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.